Jonathan. Welcome.
Hello, Richie. How are you doing?
Thank you for joining me today. I was going to say this evening, but of course it's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning your way, isn't it? So
Yes, by 8:30 a.m.
to start a lovely day in paradise. And so
Some green tea to start the day.
green tea. I've got a nice cup of Earl Grey going on for the evening, so that's quite cool.
Mhm.
How are you doing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Of course, I got woken up at like 4:45 because my son climbed into bed with us, and there was no room for me, so I had to go climb into his bed. So I'm a little,
I like that.
but at this point, I'm used to not getting enough sleep.
Just a matter of fact, the cats do the same for
Part of being a parent.
Yeah, exactly. Basil and Sybil particularly likes to go between us in the bed and try and push me out. So but you can see both of them are in the game tonight. Look, they're both taking part today.
Oh,
So we were
yeah?
just talking about our pets, weren't we? So
Well, hi, Mimi.
Mimi's under the table.
Yeah.
Jonathan's just introduced Mimi to me. Basil wasn't that impressed.
Oh God. Apparently Mimi wanted to make an appearance.
Hi, Mimi.
Oh, little girl. I know.
Oh, what a cutie. Oh,
You see the little white heart on her head?
yeah. Look how Basil's looking away right now. He's
like,
not.
Dog. Okay, good girl.
Can we say hello to a few people? Because we've got lots of people here, which is lovely.
Oh,
Lots of
wow.
lovely friends with us. Deanne was here first. Hello, Deanne. Lovely to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, lovely Gerald. Great to see you here.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy. Absolutely. Howdy. I can't do it like he does. Howdy.
Howdy.
Hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, lovely Sandra. Very lovely to see you. And Zane is here as well. So hello to you, Zane. Debbie is here from Aquarius Owl. Hello, Debbie. And she is joining us as well. She's busy but listening. That's good. Hope you're all doing really well. Anyone else here? Beth's here, like I said. I think. Oh, look, Basil cannot be bothered. No. Hi, Ren. Hello to you as well. Good evening, or hello to you wherever you are and what time it is. So, thank you for joining me, Jonathan. I was really pleased that you said you could come on because we've kind of known each other in chat, haven't we, for nearly 2 years?
We've seen each other on screen.
Exactly. But we've never done this kind of casual chat, so I'm really looking forward just to kind of getting to know you, talking about things like the crystals that I know that you're certainly into, and I love my crystals. Hopefully learn a little bit there. And let's talk tarot and oracle later. So where should we start? Should we go with crystals? Because I know you are well known for crystals. When did you kind of start getting into crystals, and what kind of use do you use? That's a big question, I suppose. What kind of things do you use crystals?
So that same summer that I had that like metaphysical class where the guy taught us all about tarot and runes and pendulums and all that stuff, he also taught us about crystals.
Yeah,
I'd already been into crystals anyway. I can never remember a time where I didn't have some sort of crystal around. But he really introduced the use of crystals for spiritual work, and that kind of like I remember I ended up giving away that crystal he gave me, but like I used it as a dream crystal for probably 2 decades before I gave it away. But Basil's looking straight at me. He's like, "Oh, caught! Oh, look away."
Yeah, it is a casual fun, Gerald. You're absolutely right. That's it. I know. Look, who's a Jonathan and Rich on screen together at last? And there's a question there. Do you like crystals? Being asked to me. He knows I do. He's just pulling our leg.
Yeah.
He knows I'm addicted to them. So there we go. So Jonathan, talk to me a little bit more about crystals, because I mean I came into understanding crystals about 2 years ago. And I've got quite a collection, and I'm drawn to the look of them and their needs. I want to know, how do you cleanse crystals? Because that's always something that's been a bit of a mystery to me. How do you cleanse a crystal, and how do you set an intention with it?
Well, one thing that I look into is whether the crystal is water soluble or not. Because, sometimes one of the best cleanses is just under a little bit of running water. But you got to make sure your crystal's not going to disappear on you.
Absolutely.
If you don't do that, I personally for myself, I love putting my crystals out in the full moon for cleansing and charging. If I feel like it really needs like just a blast of energy to just get it cleaned, I will put it out in the sun for a little while, but not too long because it will. Right,
Yeah.
Sun is not good for crystals for the most part. But a quick blast of sunlight. Even with my wearable crystal grid necklaces, as soon as I'm done making it, first thing I do is I put it out in the sun for an hour.
Yeah. So you don't want to be putting crystals kind of in places where the sun's regularly going to be kind of catching them. Things like, what's the word? Verandas and stuff. And, what's the word I'm looking for? Conservatories that we have over here, things like that. So yeah, they will deteriorate, won't they? And is there a particular way you can tell whether a crystal is kind of not very good in water at all? Would you just have a look?
I see Beth threw up the crystals.
Yes, the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. If it's ice, it's usually a salt-based crystal.
Okay. General rule of thumb there: if it ends, the name ends in "ite," so selenite particularly, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Selenite. Have you ever put selenite in water? And how long does it take to dissolve? I don't know. I suppose it
depends on how big the piece is.
It does, a normal kind of tumblestone size.
Like a little chunk of selenite like this probably dissolve pretty quickly, or at least like you'd notice it rounding off, like the sharp edges wouldn't be sharp anymore.
Yeah.
I just use this as a little.
So I'm saying don't put selenite in water. Yeah.
So for the most part, I try not to put my crystals in water unless I'm making a tincture. But I haven't done that in a long time. No, normally I either do a full moon bath because it's gentler than like full sun, or sometimes I'll do a salt bath, which is like a little bowl filled with salt, and you just like bury the crystal in the salt.
Yeah. Fantastic. Do you ever run them through smoke at all, or sage them at all?
I do, but I save my sacred smoke for like really important stuff, just because there's so many ways of cleansing.
Robin's asked a very good question. Does anyone ever bury their crystals in earth to recharge them? Have you ever done that, Jonathan? I suppose you've got a lot of
not to recharge, but I have like crystals that like have broken and serve their purpose, so to speak. Those I'll bury into the earth just to return to the earth.
Nice.
Not to like get back out again, but just to like return to the earth.
Yeah. Thanks, Robin. I see Deb's here and a few other people. I was going to ask you actually, just while you're talking about that, because it's something that I'm always very aware of when I buy crystals, the ethical side of crystal buying. What's your thoughts on sort of how they're mined, how they're dug out the ground, and sort of this kind of, is it the right thing to be sort of mining so many of them? What's your thoughts on that?
Well,
that's a deep question, isn't it?
It is a deep question, and it's multifaceted, multi-layered, so to speak. Because if it's ethically sourced, I think that's what I try and aim for as far as my purchases, my own personal purchases. Or the other thing I do is I look for used crystals. So that way I'm not buying something new, something that's just been ripped out of the earth, but something that's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Because especially with the huge crystal like gaga bonanza that's going on these days, and like those huge shows with like ginormous crystals for thousands of dollars, and it's kind of overboard, and like clear cutting a whole forest so you can bulldoze a mountain just to get like a bunch of crystals out.
Yeah.
But if you're tearing off the side of a mountain to get some crystals out, but you're trying to like leave it as is for the most part, that's different.
It's something that I always think about when I buy a crystal. Obviously, I always make sure they come from a source that I know is ethical, and the company that I use I've seen all the receipts and the documentation. So yes, I'm pretty sure that they're safe. But I do sometimes think, oh, perhaps I shouldn't be buying this. Am I just encouraging kind of?
Right.
It's a hard.
I get that too. I get that too, and
yeah,
especially because a lot of my crystals I'm buying them from China. So
yeah,
and that's always questionable. Right?
yes,
but absolutely. I mean, I'm getting my crystal skulls from Skullis, who's like the top crystal skulls carver in the world, but they're in China. So I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure you do. I know that you do your research, and those are beautiful. Those skulls that you've got, because they are phenomenally carved. I have to say,
I'm pretty sure that Skullis has some like machine that does all the carving for them, because they're almost too identical.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So I'm sure they just put a chunk of rock into the machine. The machine carves a perfect little skull, and then they sell it. Yeah. So this is Ruby Zoisite. For those who
That's gorgeous. I love it.
And then I only brought 2 of my little skulls down here. Rhodonite.
Oh, that's nice. The detail on that's incredible, though.
Right? I even get like.
I mean, some of the skulls I've got are quite. They look like I've carved them, actually. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's a lovely color.
Yeah, rhodonite's amazing stone too.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of people are saying that they do the same things with you. So Sandra says she uses rainwater if they're okay with water. Deanne says
I use moon water. I use moon water sometimes.
Yeah. Absolutely, Joe. There's a lot of great people in chat. Hello to anyone that I've missed. Hello, Jane. Anyone that's popped in and I've missed. So,
Dead H, hello.
And Deanne says, her site is associated with 9 of Wands in one of my crystal decks. Hashtag fun fact. I love it, Deanne. Fun fact. That's amazing. And people are going, yeah, look, beautiful, beautiful. And Orshi says James likes the skull. So have you seen Orshi's skull, James?
I have one here actually that Orshi might like. He's into dragons, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have my dragon skull with me.
That's fantastic.
Right.
That's
so
amazing.
This is pretty hefty little.
I was going to say, it looks hefty, that one.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Like, not small. So he is red moss agate with Labrador eyes.
The eyes are just stunning on it. Absolutely stunning.
I love this guy.
That's beautiful. Thank you for showing that one. Robin's asked a question: do crystal collectors have any interest in studying geology? Have you got any actually interest in geology at all?
Yeah, I mean, I never took a geology class per se, but it was always something that interested me, like the different strata of the stones and like the different matrices that they make and like how they work on the like cellular level, so to speak.
Yeah. I was into my fossils actually when I was a kid, so I suppose that's the next step up, isn't it, really? Yeah. Let's ask a great question. It's going to be a hard one here, Jonathan. Let's try. Classic tarot question turned to stone. If you could only have one crystal, what would it be? Well, you've preempted one of the questions I was going to ask Jonathan, so thank you.
Wow. Okay. Only one?
You're only allowed one crystal, Jonathan.
Okay.
Only one.
I'd have to go with Super 7.
Right. Tell us about this one then.
So Super 7 is actually 7 crystals in one. This is actually a Lemurian Super 7. Yeah. And God, I'm trying to remember what all 7 are. I know amethyst, citrine, quartz are 3 of the 7. And I'm blanking out what the other 4 are. Total brain fart. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, if I had to pick only one, it'd be Super 7.
Is that what? Are you allowed? If he's got 7 in one, are you? Is that counting as one?
I mean, that's oh no! There goes my Super 7 bracelet.
Oh, but
that's okay. Here's the Super 7 bracelet, and now I gotta find all the beads of this one flying.
Are you going to be okay? The doggie's not going to get that.
I should probably pick
them up.
Yeah, just one moment.
That's okay.
I
can go through mine actually. I'll go through mine. I'll put us on full screen. The tragedy of broken beads. That's happened to me actually. It happened to me. I had one of those magnetic bracelets, and it broke when I was going through the airport. I took it off because it couldn't be scanned, and as I took it off, the elastic snapped in it, and all the magnetic beads fell into the box which was about to go to the X-ray. They did this amazing thing where they went like, because they're all magnetic, they were all moving around, and the poor bloke putting security was putting it all the way through. It was like, what have you got there? It was like something from a film. It was really weird. I'm going to show my one, and there is absolutely no surprise with this one. It's actually quite a hard question that you've asked, Beth. I would normally carry a piece of obsidian around with me, so that's what I would do, but it has to be the labradorite, because I've just got so many pieces and I absolutely love it. There we go. Let's pop you back up there, Jonathan. So this is just one look at this.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. I have a chunk of labradorite here too, but it's not the palm stone.
I've got them in all sorts of stuff. If I see them, I have to buy them. There's something in me that just goes, buy it.
Like this?
Yes, just like that. And I like the blue ones, particularly the dark blues. I'm not so fan
this
of
one definitely has a lot of blue in it, for sure.
I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous. I was wondering, we're about to have our kitchen done, the ongoing saga of the kitchen replacement. I was wondering, can I have any work surfaces made of labradorite? That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
I've seen it actually.
Have you? Wow.
Yeah. There's where was I? It was in Wailea, which is like, the very ritzy area of Maui, back in the day when I was doing like house calls with my acupuncture. Yeah. And I got called into this guy's house who was obviously very well off. And
I was going to say, yeah.
I mean, the wall, the living room opened, and you just had this vista of like the ocean in front of you. It was pretty amazing. But yeah, the countertops in his kitchen was labradorite. I was like,
was it a small kitchen? I got a feeling the answer's no, isn't it? It wasn't a small kitchen.
Well, I mean, the main part was the island was the labradorite.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So not the whole kitchen, because that would be too much, wouldn't it?
No, but the rest of it was like this dark quartz. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's interesting how much the very like 1% are into crystals, like, and they keep it hush hush. I was another acupuncture treatment I gave. I was ushered, like I had to get the grand manager to meet me at this one tower. To like he's the only one with the key to let me in. And I went up to the penthouse suite, which was like I can't even describe how huge this place was, because I had like a suite of rooms on one side, a suite of rooms on the other, and like this whole living space in the middle. And in the middle of that, on the dining room table was like this huge quartz cluster that like probably cost like $20,000 easily. And in the corner was like this huge amethyst geode, the matching in each corner, right? And oh my God, it was unreal. I'm like, this is a hotel and they've got these many crystals here? What are they keeping secret from us? Huh?
Exactly. What's down in the vaults, do you reckon?
Right.
Oh, you've got a lot of love there for all your crystals. People going, wow, wow, wow. So Beth would have Preseli Bluestone.
Mm.
I have a bit of that somewhere. Yep. And Sandra, that's a favourite there. Oh, Robin suggested if your bead bracelet breaks, can that be considered charm casting?
Actually, what I've learned is that when like the bracelet breaks or the crystal breaks, it's because it's taking the hit for you.
There you go, right there.
Another one of my favorite crystals of all time is charoite.
Okay, do you have some there?
Mm.
Oh, that's gorgeous color.
Yeah, I love the like purples and the pinkies and the grays. I actually have. I'm going to be very careful this time. This is also
Yes, please be
charoite.
careful. Fabulous.
So my bracelets that are left, we got petersite, charoite, and red tiger's eye.
Red tiger's eye, gorgeous.
I think I'll just recycle this bracelet that broke. I will be using it to add to a necklace I was thinking about making. So.
There's a lot of love for labradorite. There's a lot of love for moonstone. You were showing some moonstone earlier on to me, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I love moonstone. Right now, I'm like on a big kick for black moonstone.
Oh,
so gorgeous.
Gorgeous. That catches the light so lovely, doesn't it?
I'm just black moonstone's been my thing for like a couple months now.
Jane's been to the same place, I think, that you went to. He's got the whole pitching counter made of labradorite. It can't be that.
There's the shine.
That's gorgeous.
I love me black. Have you heard of fire quartz, also known as hematite
Yes,
quartz?
I have. Yeah.
One of my neighbors gave me
that's gorgeous.
This for Christmas.
That's
fabulous. Christmas or my birthday? Oh, my birthday. I don't know. My sense of time is like definitely gone downhill in the last 2 years.
Sandra says, I haven't forgotten about your Preseli Bluestone, getting some more soon, Jonathan. So is she doing you a favor there?
I do love Mukite, Miss Fazia. I mean, Beth. I got some Mukite right here.
Well, that's gorgeous. Yeah. And who do we think of when we think of Mukite? There's only one person I know.
There's only one person.
There's only one person.
There's only one person.
Lovely.
I don't even have to say her name. You're all thinking it.
Oh. Now, Robin's asked a nice question, actually. Are all rocks considered crystals? I don't know if you can. I don't know the answer to that. Jonathan, would you happen to know?
Not all rocks are considered crystals, but all crystals are rocks.
Okay. I think I get that. I'm going to have to think on that for a little while. But you said it so well, I believe you. So I will. Hello, Regina. Hello, everyone else. And Sandra says the black moonstone is gorgeous. And Gerald wants some as well.
Another stone that I recently stumbled on, and I mean, it doesn't matter how long you've been studying crystals, there's always new ones to learn about, right? I discovered strawberry quartz.
Oh, yes, I've seen this. It's really fabulous.
I love strawberry quartz. It's just, and it comes in 2 flavors, so to speak. We got this like strawberry red, and then I've seen green strawberry quartz as well.
Debbie, Jen's got a lot to answer for the Mukite industry. Can I just say that? I think you've all got a piece of Mukite because of Jen. And Jan says, I had a moonstone at each seat. At each seat is gifts from my guests at my baby shower. Oh, that's nice for Max. Oh, it's a
Oh,
theme.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, and Beth just said, so Jonathan, for example, jasper is not a crystal, but it's a stone.
Correct, but it does sometimes have crystals in it.
Okay. I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This came into my I purchased this a month ago. It's ever so small. It looks like labradorite, but it's not. And I think that blue's a reflection just of the screen. It's called coverlite. Have you come across coverlite before?
Coverlite. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually. I don't have any. No.
It's really heavy. I mean, for the size of it, it feels like it's made of lead or something.
Wow.
But I'm going to start using this one. So yeah, I'm into that one. And I've also got some. I've never seen this before. This is I'd write it down. This is cubic fluorite. Now it looks like amethyst, and I thought it was, but it's actually cubic.
Cubic fluorite. Yeah.
Beautiful. I've never seen it in that stage.
It's beautiful in that raw form.
What else have you got to show us, Jonathan?
Let's see. I got this Himalayan. I'm pretty sure it's a golden healer because there's so much yellow in it. But
oh, that's gorgeous. That's super.
That's one of my more recent acquisitions. What else is up here?
And I'm going to show you possibly the most important stone in my collection that I was given today. All right. And it's a stone off our local beach. And my husband Peter found this and picked it up. And that's why it's the most important stone ever. Because
that's a nice hag stone.
And he's got a tiny hole in it. So it is a hag stone with a little bit of.
Let me show you. Is it still here? Yes. This is one that I found on the beach myself.
Mm-hmm. Oh my word! Heart-shaped.
Mm-hmm. And it's technically a chunk of coral.
Right. Mm-hmm. It almost looks like a tool of some description, doesn't it? The way it's come out. It kind of looks like a loom weight or like something from the Stone Age. That hole through it. Incredible.
Right. I'm pretty sure it's just there's these worms that eat dead coral.
Yeah,
it's so through, but it's just like I was thinking about using this at the base of a witch's ladder maybe someday.
Oh, that would be fabulous. Yeah. Oh, good finds. Absolutely good finds there.
Well, I tend to find hearts often on the ground.
Are we more of the mind of purchase responsibility or let's go get stuff?
Purchase responsibly.
Purchase responsibly, absolutely. It's very easy just to go, oh, that just cost a certain amount of money, whether it's dollars or pounds.
Oh, it's coming from China. It's only 5 cents. That's fine.
Exactly. Let's buy 3 of them and then let's buy some more. The last one I'm going to show you is this, which is a Christmas present from Peter, which is this gorgeous.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Is it celestite or celestine? Celestite, isn't it? And this is fabulous. I keep it in a box because I don't want it
actually have a carved piece of that.
Oh, look at that. I should have had it made into a big ring, I think. That would have looked fantastic, wouldn't it, like that? Mm-hmm. I like that, though, Jonathan. That's gorgeous.
That's actually the stone I used for the heart card in my Lenormand deck.
We can talk about that in a moment. That would be really nice. So there we go. Oh, hang on. As is customary during Richie live streams, my groceries are here. Oh, okay. Go unpack. Go put it away. So I'm glad that it's a ritual. You know, I pop on with guests and your shopping arrives. So that's great. And Beth's loving that coffee tea mug you've got there, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you.
So let's talk about your Lenormand, shall we? Well, we just mentioned that one. We'll go on to that one there. So why did you decide to make a Lenormand deck that's got your Hawaiian to it?
Well, I had taken a Lenormand class, and then I was taking a oracle class specifically to actually make an oracle, and they suggested a Lenormand as the first one just because there's only 36 cards, so it's not as much work as like a full oracle where you also gotta write up a system, or tarot where you got 78 paintings at least, and you're not doing any alternatives. So yeah, this is all out of order, but I ended up doing this and make playing cards.
Yeah.
And it was just it's pretty much just pictures. But it was just a fun little project for me to do. Like the whip is so this is actually my neighbor's flip flop, and it says I don't know if you can see that, fly swatter.
I love it.
And then I used the garland there to make a W for the whip.
That's clever.
These keys are actually keys that I inherited from my grandmother.
Oh.
That's Sunrise at Haleakala.
I really love how you've gone out and found those images, and there's something so personal to you. I think that's amazing.
So this is over on Oahu. Some of them I did get off of Pixabay because I didn't, I might not necessarily have a picture of a cross.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
Hawaiian mountains.
Well, it is a volcano. That's a bit. All right. Wow.
So I couldn't find any pictures of it, but there is a yellow banded sea snake in Hawaii. It's very rare. You hardly ever see them. I could not find any pictures, so I got this off of Pixabay for sea snake.
Right. I like it.
I took this picture at the Maui Aquarium. That is the Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apua fish.
Go on, say that again for those people that missed it first.
Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apua.
Love it.
The peacock thought that was funny. Just a random Hawaiian garden.
Yeah.
That's cool. I use statuary and the word feminine and masculine instead of man and woman. Clover, that's just generic picture. There's so many of these zebra doves here.
Right.
Instead of fox, I use mongoose because someone had the bright idea to bring mongoose to deal with the cane toads who are nocturnal, even though the mongoose is diurnal, and now all the farmers have mongoose breaking into their chicken houses and eating their chicken eggs. So I'm like, fox.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a nice big machete for a scythe.
Yeah. Robin's otherwise known as fish.
Fish. For people who can't say the full name, it's often shortened to Humu Humu.
I'm not even.
There's the masculine one.
I love it.
What better than a letter in a bottle? A water lily for Lily. Yeah. So this is a native Hawaiian bird called the stilt, and it is in the stork family. So I thought it'd be perfect for the stork bird.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And that lighthouse is over on Oahu. I've actually hugged that tree. It's a banyan tree, so it's really hard to get the whole tree into the picture. So.
Yeah.
The clouds are actually smoke coming off of lava.
Wow, that's a stunning photograph. Amazing, really good concept.
I made this ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ground is lava rock, so you can't really dig down. So pins are often on the surface like this.
Yeah.
Instead of bear, there's wild boar in Hawaii.
Good.
Instead of bouquet, I used lei.
Mm-hmm.
House.
Yeah.
Book. There's Apollo sitting on the anchor.
Oh, that's lovely. There's your yacht.
That's not even my dog.
Those are fantastic pictures.
There's Apollo as the child.
Oh, that's nice.
This is actually my favorite picture I ever took of him. He's about 1.5 years old in that picture.
Yeah. Wow.
And instead of mice, I have gecko. I actually took this picture in my backyard.
I like how his eye is over through the
he's peering through the little.
Yeah.
Well, I did that on purpose because I don't know if you've ever lived in Hawaii or heard about living in Hawaii. The geckos are all over the place, and their sounds they make, the little chirps, that it almost sounds like kissing or laughing, like a laughing kiss is the best way to describe it. And sometimes it's just like you're in the middle of a conversation with someone, and all of a sudden in the corner you hear him, and you're just like, "Are you laughing at me over there?"
I love it. I love it.
So this is the Hawaiian Lenormand, and it's on Make Playing Cards.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. And Laurie says, "Make."
And yes, this is my first little foray into deck creating.
I think it's really, do you know what? I really like it because I like hearing the stories behind it, and that really helps to. And you've really, obviously, you've thought a lot, long and hard about the images in there. But I love how you've kind of, gone for stuff that works. So changing stuff up, and it's really, really lovely, and it's really nice. You've got pictures of Apollo and other personal stuff in there. I think,
and really some Hawaiian sunsets for people who want to see those.
Yes, because we're not jealous at all. Not at all. Not a little bit.
Come visit. I'll be your tour guide.
There we go. Deanne has kindly
got Deanne
there, so you can order them. That's so practical, and it is a cool deck. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. So, how long did it take you to actually get all the images together and I suppose edit them and put them?
I was probably working on that for about like 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
Because it was like finding the images that were right was just like that was like the first couple weeks, and then having to get it formatted to upload to Make Playing Cards took a little while because I had to take the image, add the word, and the playing card association and everything.
Yeah. Is there any images you would change if you were to make a second one?
I don't think so. I mean, this is actually the one that I had a couple that I changed. I changed the original heart image and the original whip image. I also changed. What else did I end up changing? I think it was just those two, and I lightened up the scythe card because the image was it looked fine on screen, but when I got it in card form, you could barely even tell what you were looking at.
Yeah.
So I had to lighten it up to the point where it almost looked too pale, and then it came out looking okay.
So, I mean, I've never made anything on Make Playing Cards, thing like that. I'm not sure. Do they? I suppose you just upload it and they print it and they send it back. It's not like they do proof copies or anything like that at all, do they?
No. You have to pay for each copy that you get printed. It was interesting because I got a proof copy and then it was okay, and then I got the second copy, and then that's when I started noticing some issues.
Right.
And then so I guess technically that's the third final copy, and I'm actually thinking about taking that and making it into a miniature deck.
Cool. That'd be really good. So what's your kind of story with Lenormand? Because I know you took the class that I was with Kelly.
Yes. So Lenormand came to me much later than everything else. I think I really only ever heard of Lenormand probably about 5 years ago, I want to say, maybe 4 years ago. and I tried desperately to like learn it myself, and I just like there was just this huge block I just couldn't get through. And that's actually why I ended up taking that class that we took together, is because of the fact that I'm like, okay, I need someone to help me get through this block, because I just obviously I can't do it by myself. So taking that class and really getting an understanding of Lenormand, and then taking the next class, which was all about, using oracles and making oracles, I decided that I wanted to make a Lenormand just to really like cement what I understood about Lenormand. And also, I don't know, I find it's a little easier for me to read with it.
Yeah. No, I totally
your own deck is the easiest thing to read with. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you say, once you've got your head around the images of the Lenormand, it's very easy to go, right, that works for me as an image.
Right.
And actually, that's one of the things I started to work on, was creating or taking some pictures on my phone of things that I thought, well, that would be good as a tower for Lenormand, or that would be good for this. So slowly, I suppose I'm making my own Lenormand deck up of photographs of places I've been to locally as well. But you're right, it does cement the meaning in there for you, doesn't it?
Come here, you. Someone was trying to sneak by without being seen.
Oh, hi.
So this is Kiana. Say hi, Kiana. She's not happy. What?
No.
What? I know you were caught. How horrible.
Eyes.
I know. You want to
I
go?
love how the animals are interacting today in this live.
No, don't knock the beads. Don't knock the beads.
Not interested at all.
Or she starts knocking the beads.
Oh yes, going to find all those stray beads on the floor and have a good play with those ones.
Oh yeah.
So now you've done your Lenormand deck, would you consider making another oracle, or perhaps a tarot deck?
I was working on an oracle before I made the Lenormand, and now I'm back to trying to figure that out. But it's a system that's kind of like coming through in bits and pieces for me.
Right.
And I need to pick that up again, truthfully. I was in the middle of writing out the keywords for each of the possible cards, and I kind of stalled a little bit there. But you know how life gets in the way of everything.
It gets in the way, and these things will happen when they're supposed to happen, won't they? And,
right, exactly.
You can go hell for leather on it and do it, or you can take your time, and it's about the process, whichever way you prefer to do it on that one, really, isn't it? So, yeah.
And it's definitely something that I don't see out there at all.
No.
Oh, don't be pissy, young lady.
I can't wait to see more of this then. So, have you got any oracle decks that you're kind of using at the moment, or anything new to show us, Jonathan?
Well, the one that I always fall back on, it just seems to, like, since I got it, it's like almost the only oracle I use. Not only, but I mean, I feel like it's like my predominant oracle, and it's Oracle of Echoes, 2nd edition.
Lovely. Yeah.
That one is just like, I don't know, there's just something about it that, like, most oracle decks, I find I gotta like constantly like refer back to the book. I didn't even know this deck had a book.
I'm gonna put you on solo screen. There we go, so you can show them. I think.
Back to nature, or look to nature. So yeah, this one is just, I don't know, it's stunning. It really just speaks to me on an intuitive level, like no other deck ever has, as far as oracles. I guess the closest one would Roots and Wings, I guess, is pretty close to this one. Yeah. But this deck is just like, I don't know. I picked it up, and like I include it with pretty much all of my tarot readings at this point, just because it really reiterates what like each card position is talking about, and like, and it doesn't pull punches. It's not a fluffy deck in any way, but it will also give you a hug if you need it.
Yeah.
It's
the 2nd edition, did you say?
It is the 2nd edition, so it's got 10 extra cards from the 1st edition. And I believe she just finished a pre-order for another print run.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully she'll have some extras in her store. But yeah, this is just a gorgeous deck that just speaks volumes with very little. Like I said, I didn't even know there was a PDF guidebook for it.
That is amazing. Is it watercolor? I can't remember what the
Yeah, it's watercolor and ink, I believe is what Anna does. Yeah, it looks pretty much like watercolor and ink.
Fabulous. That's cool, isn't it? It's interesting you holding them back as well, just sort of distancing yourself from them. There's a totally new perspective on it. I noticed that when you were holding it back. Laurie says she's so talented, absolutely.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to the Tarot of Echoes that's supposed to come out next year, I think.
I think so, yeah. I'm going to show you something I'm using at the moment, or about to start using. So I was on Simon Hermit's Cave live a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about Ladybird books. And I said to him that they produced a set of postcards based on the covers of these Ladybird.
Oh, nice.
And I went and bought it. So there's 100 postcards in this box. And these just take me back because they're kind of from the 1950s.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I mean, basically, if you're my age, you or a bit older in the UK, this is how you learn to read using these books. And they've just got hundreds of them that are all just all sorts of wonderful things. Okay, so we're talking 1950s and 60s values here. So unfortunately, it's not very diverse, and it's all very middle class and stuff there. But I just think it would be really good to use it as an oracle deck and working with it.
100 card oracle deck.
Learn to crochet. There you go. Look at that one. Because that's what you did when you were 6 years old. You learned how to crochet. You know what I mean? So I'm just
looking at the butterflies. That's what I did.
Yeah. But I mean, you could almost make possibly your own kind of Lenormand out of this, or just by looking at a book title. Helping at home. There's mother in a 1950s outfit helping. It's all very
housewife with pearls.
Yeah, but I just think it would be really good to to pick something. Shopping with mother. Yeah, there you go. The father didn't do shopping in those days, But yeah, it's just a lot of really
that's amazing
there to be able to work with. So that's what I'm going to start to sort of think about using. Perhaps pull out some of the cards that may not make the most of sense. Oliver Cromwell. I've just got Oliver Cromwell there. So Oliver Cromwell was the one that brought down the monarchy. So I wonder what meaning you could put on Oliver Cromwell there. I don't quite know.
Have to assign that meaning, I guess.
Laurie's asked, do you have the I can never say this. The
Abyssal Tarot.
Yeah.
I do have the Abyssal Tarot, and it actually works really well with Oracle of Echoes.
Yeah. Nice. Anything else you've got at the moment, Jonathan?
Well, I haven't really dived into it, but I've got the new Travis McHenry Kickstarter, The Cult of Stars.
Oh, that looks nice.
So this came in its own little sarcophagus box. And it's
to make it big again. So here we go.
So this is the Egyptian Star Oracle.
Nice.
By Travis McHenry. And what he did was he went to Egypt and studied ancient. Look at the book's pretty thick too. He studied ancient Egyptian astrology, and what he realizes that it's like broken down into decans, is what it's called.
Yeah.
And so what he did was through papyrus, temple walls, sarcophagus carvings, he got these images, and then he used a computer to like update them, color them in, just make them a little more legible for us. And so these are actual images from Egypt.
Wow.
They represent the different decans in the sky. And I don't know if you can see, but in the background, there's actually Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Oh, yes. It's like on a wall or something. Yeah.
Right. And those are specifically the hieroglyphics meant to like call in that decan because, you know, they were considered godlike. Right?
The cat loves it.
Yeah. You want to sniff it? She's sniffing the deck. My deck is a cat. My cat is a deck sniffer.
They've got a thing about them, haven't they? Basil's got a thing about sitting on the cards or walking on them. And I've laid out a set of cards, and he's like,
She always comes over and sniffs them. That's what she does.
Do you ever allow her to pick one? Have you ever done that?
Hmm?
Have you ever allowed her to pick one, as in, you know, fan them out and see which one she goes for?
I did try that once, and she just looked at me and walked away.
You have a cat that's a non-believer.
No, she's just ornery. I mean, she is just constantly angry. It's like she was born angry. I don't know. She's so funny.
Oh, that's fantastic. Have you backed anything on Kickstarter or pre-ordered anything? Anything that's taken your fancy recently?
I did. You see, I backed the Marikai second edition that just closed. What other ones did I do recently? I backed the Oracle d'Or, which is the by Melissa Witherspoon. It's the it's supposed to go with the Dreamer Tarot. How was it? The I'm forgetting what her tarot deck is, and I got it too. It's based on the artist Adeline Redon.
Yeah.
Right. So she's coming out with an oracle with more of his artwork to go with the tarot.
Yeah.
I backed the Unfolding Path Tarot.
Yeah.
And the Fox Daughter Tarot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some nice ones there. So hopefully they'll speed. They seem to be speeding up a little bit. Some of them, I've noticed that some of them are. Yeah. I was talking actually just before.
Only Dreamer. Thank you, Beth.
Yeah, only Dreamer. You seem to get your deck sometimes quicker than people that, you know, if you got a deck.
I don't know how it happens. It's either I get it before everyone else or I get it after everyone else.
I was like, how can Jonathan get that so quick? I mean, as I said, I'm practically a few miles away from some of these people, and you're in the middle of an ocean, and you get it.
I know, in the middle of the biggest ocean on the planet. I don't know how it works. I must have like a magical portal that brings it quicker.
That's what it is. Now, Debbie, tell me about it. Yes, it is. Yes, I've had a lot to think about this week with which of those, because there's 3 versions now they've brought out for the 5th edition there, and so I've been humming and hawing and chewing it over and talking to people about which one, because there's all sorts of different combinations. And
I didn't even see it was.
Yeah, it's only got a few days on it. There's not, you know, normally Kickstarter is normally 40 days.
Right.
This is about 8 days they've given up. It's reached it, but if you like the Broken Mirror, they're all different versions. Yeah, but they're not like any of the other editions. They've changed them. One of them's a Marseille style deck. One of them is changed all the majors, I think, and one of them they've changed other parts of it. So I backed all 3 ones because I couldn't decide. So it is one of my favorite decks. So I'm not going to beat.
Definitely want to look into it because I love the imagery, but for some reason I have a hard time reading the script on those cards.
Yeah. The titles and everything, and the guidebook is really difficult to read. I can't for that one. But yeah, the images are just fantastic, and do have a look at it. Yeah. I'm going to show you. I was gifted a lovely gift this week that really cheered me up when I needed it. The lovely Orshi, I don't know if she's still here, sent me. Dun dun dun.
Oh, nice.
I know. Now she wasn't getting on with this particularly well, and she decided she was going to gift it very kindly to me, and it turned up this week. So I've literally just had about 10 minutes to flick through it, and I know. Is this one that you like there? Well, I can't remember, Jonathan. Have you got this one?
I don't have that one.
You don't. Oh, who am I thinking of?
Gerald has that one.
Gerald's got. I thought he did a um with you on it. Perhaps I was thinking of someone. It must be someone else. So
I mean, was it Zane? Maybe
it might have been Zane. I can't remember who it was, but yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting that. I might put this away just and get it out in autumn. Actually, it's a sort of Halloweeny one. But I'm really excited. And if Orshi you are here, I'm just going to say thank you again for that one.
Those are beautiful. I've been thinking about getting a deck for sure.
Do you know what?
Every time I see Gerald reading with it, I'm like, oh, I need to get that deck.
Yeah, I need to have it on a really bright day. I think I need to take it out in the sunshine. It's one of those decks that there's so much detail and so much color in it that my camera's being rubbish tonight. I can't get even to focus on me.
You get it.
Thanks. But yeah, I'm going to take that out and have a good look at it. But thank you, Orshi, for that one. That's very kind of you. Oh, she is here. There we go. She's here, and I'm so happy to see the deck in your hands. It was really nice, and the backs are gorgeous, Jonathan. I don't know if you see.
Oh wow, that is gorgeous.
The skulls there. So yeah. So I will let you know how I get on with that one. I might just park it to in a few months.
Go put that in my cart again.
Yeah. Best is Gerald uses that deck. Francis Worker's memory serves me. That's right.
So I recently got a new deck.
Okay. What did you get?
Astro.
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
I actually had to contact the people who made it because I had a little issue with my first copy. The thing that's really cool is that each card on the back has a QR code.
Okay.
That you scan and then you get the write-up of the card.
What a clever idea.
So the issue that I had with the first copy I got was that every card had the Fool's QR code on it. So luckily they sent me a copy that had like the proper QR codes. But just in case anyone's thinking about getting it, just heads up, keep it like.
Can you show us a few more cards? That'd be lovely. Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. Magician.
That looks really colourful. What's the cardstock like on it?
Pretty thick actually. No.
Yeah.
Or was that?
Ambulance. That's really cool, isn't it?
I like
love the sound of peacocks in the background. I mean,
right when I show Ganesh too. I mean, Krishna.
Yeah.
Well, I find it interesting because some of the cards are like very like modern, unique take on the usual imagery. Like here's the Hermit.
Oh yeah. Wow.
But then some of the cards are just like, generic RWS images too. It's like a weird mishmash of like cool new art and art that's mimicking RWS. But that's a cool hang one.
That is, isn't it? I haven't seen this deck before. When did it come out? Do you know?
Let's see. I have a date on it. I know it's an independent one. I saw it. I think it was Ange and Ben were talking about it.
Okay.
Don't see a date on anything. I think it just came out. Maybe end of last year, beginning of this year, I guess.
Yeah.
And you have to go to astromatrix.org.
Astromatrix.org. I'm going to write that down. I always have a bit of paper handy for things. Astromatrix. Thank you.
Not so sure I agree with death being Kali, but I mean,
bit of an odd choice. That's good though. I like that. Just trying to think what the art reminds me of.
See, this is like very stereotypical RWS.
Yeah, I love the careful placing of things so we to avoid any genitalia being shown.
Yeah. But we have no problem with showing people on fire.
Exactly. But people's private bits, no.
And the star is all dressed.
Yeah.
It's an interesting little deck. I mean, this is like almost the same image as RWS.
Yeah.
So it's just, it is the Astromatrix.
Yeah. There's Astromatrix. F asked, wasn't Kali the creator and the destroyer? I don't know very much about Kali. I have to be honest.
Yeah, Kali is the destroyer, but she's more of a mother figure than just plain death.
Yeah.
I mean, she's more of like a warrior. So there's Judgment. That's the image on the cover.
Yeah.
And I love the world card here.
That's lovely.
Cool. That's it. And then the miners are pretty much RWS.
Okay, I was going to say, how do the miners work? Yeah. Yeah.
I like that it's two women here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely got some diversity and stuff. I mean, there's a woman in a nightgown and heels fighting.
That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Ones, I mean. Let's see.
I really like
it. Everyone's always wanting to know about the 8 of Wands. At least there's 2 birds in there.
The problem of the 8 of Wands.
Right. That 10.
It's interesting that they've kind of taken a modern approach on them, but some of the things like like the wands there are still in that traditional sort of setup, isn't it? They haven't tried to take that with it all, which yeah.
That's just, even like Queen of Wands is very stereotypical.
Yeah.
But she looks kind of angry, doesn't she?
She does. Not the approachable Queen of Wands that I like to think of.
I mean, they definitely have some cool imagery in here, but some of it's just like so generically RWS. It's like, couldn't you come up with something a little bit different?
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, typical 5 of Pentacles.
It kind of doesn't reflect what the majors were like, I suppose. I don't know, but
no, not really. It's an interesting little deck. I mainly got it because the idea of having QR codes on the back.
Yeah,
so, I mean that'd be really good for beginners. Like?
What's the write up like? Is it just standard kind of?
Well, let's see. Shall we do the?
Oh, we're gonna have a live scanning. Good.
Yeah, we'll do the 9 of Pentacles.
How exciting!
So it gives you an image with like, was it planet, sign, element, decan, and then pretty decent write-up. And then you can scan another card. And it also gives you crystals that go with the card.
That's kind of nice. I like that.
So amethyst and opal for the 9 of Pentacles.
Do you have any opal at all, Jonathan?
Look, there's a coupon for 15% off with the code MOON.
Code MOON. Write it down, everyone. You saw that one, 15% off. I'm going to write that down. Lost my pen. Code MOON. Wow.
It's a cool little deck.
It's
like
nice,
I said, it's just like being able to scan a QR code. I think
it would be really good for a beginner's deck, wouldn't it? Actually,
right.
Of
Although I got to show you the King of Cups because
Okay.
Someone obviously loves a specific musician. Doesn't he look familiar?
How do we feel about artists formerly known as Prince being?
And the funny thing is that's the only one that. Well, I can't say that's the only one because like 6 of Coins looks like Kuan Yin.
That's interesting. I'm not going to make any comments. It's kind of thing. I'm thinking, why didn't you do that for others? But perhaps that is. Perhaps we need to go. Beth's loving it. Look, Beth is absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
Oh
my God! Look at this.
The QR code. That's cool.
Yeah, QR codes are definitely coming back.
That card is "Don't sleep in a graveyard if you want to have a good night's sleep."
Right. Oh my God! Look at the 7 of Swords.
Into that graveyard. Oh, pirates! Now that's caught my eye.
It's like Stevie Nicks popping up in Serpent Fire. Well, flipping back over here to 6 of Coins. Tell me that this isn't Kuan Yin.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a few nods to like famous gods and stuff, like Kali is death.
Yeah.
Krishna is the Hierophant, but it's just kind of like, it's just so random.
It is a little random, but that's got a unique charm.
But it's a unique kind of fun little thing. So.
Exactly. And don't forget, you can get 15% off, folks, by entering code MOON. Please purchase responsibly. Or she's got to go. Have a great evening all day or whatever it is doing. And you too, or she have a great weekend. That's not any other decks you'd like to show, Jonathan? We've exhausted your current collection.
Oh, please. Well, there's one that like I've been showing quite a lot lately, but I just can't seem to get enough of it. It's the Cosmic Visions Tarot.
Yeah, I don't have this one. No, that's a fabulous book.
I guess I'll show a couple of these, but I feel like I've been doing readings with this so much that like I love that it comes with black edges. These are the backs.
It's nice.
And it's just black and white with these splashes of rainbow.
That's really nice. Those colors really pop, don't they? They really do.
And the court is daughter, son, mother, father.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about this deck. I cannot get enough of it. And it is rose petal.
Okay.
But it's one of the only rose petals I've ever found that is actually like an easy shuffle.
I'm not a fan of rose petal. I have to be honest. First time
I like the feel, but I hate how it shuffles.
Yes.
Right.
This
shuffle, and I don't have any issues with the clumping that you usually get with rose petal.
I don't know if I actually like the feel of rose petal, having said that.
No, it feels a little rubbery.
Yes, it can do. I would describe it like somebody shaved a mole. Yeah, it's got that kind of slightly flesh feel to it. I don't know. Yeah, everyone should have a rose petal deck, I reckon. But
so
that's cool.
That one's the one that's like I haven't been able to put down since I got it. I keep using it. I keep reaching for it, even though I have a bunch of other ones. I did get an incredible deal on eBay and was able to get myself the 1986 edition.
Wow.
And I don't think the person knew what they were doing because they didn't sell it for very much at all.
Really? What do you think of it?
The cardstock is like paper.
Yeah.
It's like it's so thin.
Yeah.
But the imagery is gorgeous.
so much better than the modern one, isn't it?
Well, I had been thinking about getting it, and then I saw a side by side where someone did the modern and this edition, and I just was like, I can't do the modern.
I think once you've done the original one, it's almost like it's such a show. If they'd done a completely different version of it, I could swallow that one. But
like getting a new artist to do something
and
unique instead of just copying
and done it completely different,
right.
or even done it perhaps as a black and white deck. I don't know. But the fact is, it's like they've gone to somebody. I want you to do this, but do it on the computer, and just do it that way. So if you've ever had the original Mythic, I love it, and I've shown it many times, and I know it's one of my favorites. I like the idea behind it, but I don't think it was executed quite as well as it could have been. But that's my based on that one there. So,
well, and why hire an artist to basically mimic another artist?
Absolutely,
letting them do their own thing.
Yeah. There's so much they could have done with it and changed things up a bit. Because there's bits of the Mythic Tarot that I'm still not always 100%. I always find the Pentacle suit a little bit. Yeah, the rest of it I like. So it would have been nice to perhaps swap up some of the images in that one there.
Oh, yeah, you got
1986 Mythic a couple of years ago for a great price. Sometimes people, do you know what? The Mythic does go for about a year ago, it went up in price astronomically, and now it's kind of dropped back down again, I've noticed. So Ben sort of loved the original Mythic, and Ben does as well. Hi, Ben. I love a good 80s deck.
Deanne got the Cosmic Vision.
Do a live about it. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? So, Jonathan, what have you got coming up in the next couple of weeks? Any big projects, big lives we need to make sure we've subscribed?
Next Tuesday is my usual play date with Betsy. And then I'm actually going to be on Peekaboo Rose on the 20. Yeah, it's next Wednesday, I want to say.
Yeah.
Gotta double check that, but I'm pretty sure next month. Yeah, the 25th.
So I reached for my diary, actually. Got to start remembering stuff.
And then after that, I'm actually going to dedicate my channel for a few weeks to doing a deep dive into a deck.
Okay.
And I am going to be doing a deep dive into the Spirit Keepers Tarot Revelation Edition. And I will, of course, be referencing this book quite often.
Fantastic. I was going to say, why did you pick that deck to go for a deep dive on?
So I ran a poll on my channel. I had 4 decks I was thinking about doing a deep dive in, and of all the votes, this deck got 50% of the votes.
Oh wow!
Right, it was like yeah. I think so. That no, is that noon? I can't remember now. Let me double check.
I can't work out.
4 p.m. Eastern, I think, is what she said. Okay. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. Brilliant. That looks really exciting. I can't wait to see that one. I can't remember if I got that deck or not. Isn't that awful when you can't remember if you got something or not? Oh, well, I'll watch it anyway and then make a decision. I've got an exciting week coming up because I'm with Ben on Wednesday and we're talking ghosts. Ooh. So that's that's over on his channel on Wednesday. I think it's about 7:30 UK time there. And then I've got my 2-year channelversary next Friday. So I'm going to rack my brains and have a little think about what to do there for that one. So that's what I've got.
Yeah, my 2-year channelversary kind of went by. I went, oh yeah, oops.
Because I always remember, because Deanne reminded me, because we started about the same time, I think, our channel. So she just had hers, and we have our live anniversary as well together there. So Yeah, late. Yay, looking forward to that one. I've got one more question before we go, and it's a very important one, and it's one that I've been thinking of asking you for a very long time, and it's very serious. So do take this seriously, please. Okay. I don't know if you're aware of the fact that in the UK, if you have a pineapple and ham covered pizza, it's called a Hawaiian pizza. Did you know that? So I want to know, what do you call a ham and pineapple pizza in Hawaii?
I think they still call it a Hawaiian.
No.
It's been a while since I've been in a pizza parlor, but yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they either call it a Hawaiian or they just call it a
ham and pineapple. Do you like a ham and pineapple pizza, Jonathan? Are you a Hawaiian fan?
I used to eat pizza, yes. I used to love. Actually, what I would do would be ham, pineapple, and black olives.
Ooh, mixing it up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes pesto sauce.
Ooh. When I went to Croatia, this is disgusting. I ordered a Hawaiian pizza, but they got the translation wrong. Instead of ananas, which is the French for pineapple, they put bananas on it. So
No.
It was disgusting. I was like, no.
Banana on pizza.
Google Translate.
Wow.
Makes
the
sense.
Most bizarre topping I ever had on pizza was when I went to Rome to visit my aunt who was living in Rome, and she took us to a pizzeria. It's like one of these ones where you sit out on the sidewalk and eat your pizza, which Rome pizza is way different than anywhere else. It's like crunchy all the way through. Yeah. Right. Yeah. She ordered us a squash blossom pizza. Ooh. So they had roasted squash blossoms on top of the pizza, and oh my god, it was so good. So good.
You get big slices there, and you just kind of walk around with, don't you?
Well, we were sitting, so they brought out the giant pizza pie, and then we just sat there, and because it's crunchy, you just hold one end, and it just like stays upright. It doesn't sag.
It doesn't do the flop.
No flopping, and like true Italian pizza.
Yeah. Oh, and that Ventus, I bet it was delicious.
Actually, yes.
I hope you're talking about your pizza, but not my one, because the banana one was not a good pizza.
Banana pizza, I'm sure, was probably.
Don't mix up your ananas and your bananas.
Yeah, I think some of the best food of my life was when I was visiting Rome. Oh, so good.
And ice cream as well.
Oh, the gelato shops. Oh, divine. Yeah, absolutely divine. Of course, I'm glad I went when I did, because if I went now, I wouldn't be able to eat anything.
No.
Yeah. Hanging no dairy, no nightshades. That pretty much is everything they eat.
Yeah. You can't go to Italy, really, can you? No. Bad luck. Oh well, we'll have to enjoy it for you.
That's okay. I'll go to Asian countries. Their diets are usually more in line with mine.
Aren's enjoying the thought of your pizza, not my one. Yeah.
Well, of course, squash blossoms sound way better than banana pizza. Banana pizza.
Banana and ham pizza. Don't forget
banana and ham. Oh no.
In NYC, they consider tourists from New York by the way they fold or don't fold their pizza. So I didn't know that. Wow, I've got to be very careful if I go to New York.
Yeah, New York City, they always fold it in half and then go, I've lost count how many times I've been in New York City. So,
right, Jonathan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course, thanks for inviting me.
Pleasure talking to you about all the things that we have in common. I love talking about and seeing all your crystals. Do keep making more videos, won't you, of them all? Because I personally absolutely love them. I know lots of people do as well. Because as I said, your knowledge and what you managed to find is fantastic. So thank you to everyone in chat. I hope you have a fantastic fantastic weekend. Oh, you're right there. He's got his heart out. He's got his Lenormand heart out. Jonathan, thank you so much and take care, won't you?
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Aloha.